Let's go to the next question. So the US and Taiwan have been the most vocal in their support for Takaichi and Japan in the face of China's threats. On November 20th, the US State Department made its first official comment, with Principal Deputy Spokesperson Thomas Piggott posting on X, "Our commitment to the US-Japan alliance and to Japan's defense, including the Japan-administered Senkakus, is unwavering. We firmly oppose any unilateral attempts to change the status quo, including through force or coercion, in the Taiwan Strait, East China Sea or South China Sea." And on the same day, US Ambassador George Glass told reporters that Japanese Foreign Ministry, for the Prime Minister, "We have her back." And following China's Consul General's, quote, "outrageous ex-post," Glass posted, "The mask slips again." Meanwhile, here in Taiwan, President Lai Ching-te has ordered the lifting of all restrictions on Japanese seafood, which had been in place following the Fukushima nuclear disaster, promoting images of himself eating sushi and the launch of a campaign to send Taiwanese tourists to Japan. The international support that we've seen, the public international support of Japan, is it enough? Or were you expecting to see more?
I think international support for Takaichi is significant. I think for the moment, I think it's been quite strong, robust support that we're seeing from all parties, and also, you know, they're sending a message to China as well, right? It's not just about
but we haven't seen anything from Australia, from South Korea, and the US. Would you count that as a statement of support, an official statement, something on X from a deputy spokesperson?
Well, I think it's, you know, I think the statements from the U.S. have been quite significant. If you look at the content of the posts, the State Department saying that, you know, our support for Japan is unwavering, including the Senkakus, as you noted, and Ambassador Glass using very strong language to say that Prime Minister Takaichi, we have your back. You know, it's not just a statement of support for Japan for the incident, but furthermore, it's a statement of support for the Prime Minister herself. And of course, here in Taiwan, you know, we're showing our strong support, lifting the food ban, promoting travel to Japan, and it's not just the president; it's the entire country. You know, the people of Taiwan stand strongly with Japan, and what we're doing at this moment is showing that, you know, our relationship isn't just conditional, isn't just, you know, situational. Our friendship is real, and our support is real.
Okay, let's bring Stephen back on this particular question. Did you expect any statements of support from Australia, South Korea?
I think they're all calibrating their support for Japan. When we look at Southeast Asian countries, we look at South Korea, Australia, United States, Canada, where I'm from, they're all thinking about how they can maintain that economic relationship. And they're doing this with a couple of things in the back of their head. You know, the Liberation Day tariffs by the United States have unsettled many allies, and they've reached out to China in some ways to stabilize their economies, as the Trump administration has put Trump tariffs on their economies. And I think they are wondering, you know, how to balance their support for Japan without being criticized by the Chinese and having similar tariffs against them. But underneath, I think the concerns, what we're seeing is discussions between military officials and self-defense officials in Japan, intelligence sharing, shared understanding about how to deal with China's massive disinformation campaign and economic coercion. And I'm not going to be surprised if the coming year we're going to see some discussions at the G7 and other forums in which they bring back joint statements about economic coercion, working together on disinformation, and try to find ways to push back against this behavior by Beijing and other states. They can only do this by working together, and if they don't support Japan this time, the reality they'll be our target next time.